Hey everybody, Lance here, mind of a B.M.C. Now I don't use Occupy Democrats very often because let's get real. They are trash class disasters, no doubt about it. And they don't care about the Democratic cause. I know for a fact they don't. But I saw this morning, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is the day's my birthday. I thought I was going to enjoy it. The very first thing I see on Facebook, checking how many people told me happy birthday, is this. It was one of the political sites I'm on. This meme. Now, we're getting this meme from Occupy Democrats. It says, I don't know who Joe Rogan is, but I do know who Neil Young is, and Joni Mitchell, Willie Nelson, Barry Manilow, Peter Frampton, and Dolly Parton. It seems that Spotify put all their chips down on losing bet. Now, this meme is a blatant lie. Let me explain why. Now, when I saw this, I found myself this morning defending Barry Manilow. Yes, that musician from the mid 1970s gave you the song Copacabana. Yes, that Barry Manilow is like actually one of my favorite songs of the 70s, by the way. And I'm looking at this like, there's no truth to this. There really, really isn't. Now, this is not about being anti-vax or anything like that. Keep that in mind. We're not talking about that today. We're talking about the whole thing with Joe Rogan and way Neil Young went about this. Because when he made that ultimatum during the week, and we'll get what he said here, said afterwards is pure damage control. I find it completely and totally comical. Now, let me explain where I'm going with this. This is what Manilow said back on the 28th. He says, I recently heard the rumor about me and Spotify. I don't know where it started, but it didn't start with me or anyone who represents me. Now, that tells you right there that people are making stuff up. That came directly from Barry Manilow. So I started looking at this list. I'm like, I'm not even sure Willie Nelson's even on Twitter or any type of social. Well, I know he's got a Facebook page. That's why I'm seeing a lot of this nonsense that is on Twitter. I like the dumpster fires there. Peter Frampton, I heard anything. Dolly Parton. Now, here's the thing with Dolly Parton. She did donate $1 million to the cause. She did do that. But far as spats like this or anything political, she rarely, and I mean rarely, if ever, gets into stuff like this. And that's why I started questioning this. But I just find it so funny. And Joni Mitchell, I had to think about who that was there for a few minutes. Like, okay, I know who that is now. Now, I just found it funny on the damage control by Neil Young. Take a look at this. Now, when I saw the article at first, this is from Rolling Stone. It says, Neil Young, I'm not trying to censor Joe Rogan. BS. You should have given an ultimatum, him or you. Let's call it for what it is. But let's read the article and see what he said. Neil Young's decision to remove his music from Spotify due to the persistent stream of misinformation about the vaccines on the Joe Rogan Experience has earned the singer more attention he received in years. But some critics, notably an anti-vaccine crowd, have accused him of somehow trying to censor Rogan. In a new letter on the Neil Young archive, he responds to that line of attack. I support free speech, he wrote. I have never been in favor of censorship. Private companies have the right to choose what they profit from. Just I can choose not to have my music support a platform that disseminates harmful information. I am happy and proud to stand in solidarity with the front healthcare workers who risk their lives every day to help others. Elsewhere in the letter, Young criticized Spotify reducing the quality of their sound files down to 5% of the music's content. Amazon, Apple Music, and Quobos, I hope I pronounced that right, deliver up to 100% of the music today and it sounds a lot better than the shitty, degraded, and neutered sound of Spotify, he writes. If you support Spotify, you are destroying an art form. Business over art. Spotify plays the artist's music at 5% of its quality and changes and charges, you like the real thing. Okay, now here's the thing. I'm not a subscriber to Spotify, so I don't know. Now, Apple Music, on the other hand, I've heard some quality tracks off there, but I've heard some really terrible tracks from artists from there. And it's usually across the board thing with them. And it's like, look, Young. This is, like I said, this is damage control by you because you got blasted and blasted hard. And I find it so comical on Twitter, people doing these these chain tweets, thinking, trying to pass it off as it's real. Like, give you a perfect example. I'm gonna jump on here real fast, and I should archive this, let everybody know what's going on. Listen to this. It says, this is one of them. It says, come on, Dolly Parton. We already discussed Dolly Parton. I don't think she did. Join Neil, Willie Nelson, Bruce Springsteen, Barbra Streisand, Queen, Paul McCartney, the Rolling Stones, Dave Grohl, Joni Mitchell, and Pearl Jam. And it says he invested $1 million in the vaccine. Why support a liar working against us to cash in, even though he harms others? Okay, hold on. Let's break this down, shall we? When I'm looking at this, as I get back to the right page here, I apologize. Let's look at the tail of the tape in this tweet. Now look, I'm looking at the list. Okay, I already discussed Dolly Parton. Willie Nelson. I haven't heard anything from Willie Nelson because I know he's on tour right now. Now the next one on this list is Bruce Springsteen. Now look, Springsteen sold his rights to his music a while ago, and I know he did. Now, do I know he obtained any rights that they played or not played? That part I do not know. I don't know what the contract looks like. I'll be the first person to admit that. However, let's assume for a moment that Springsteen did not sell his rights. That man from North Jersey will have too much to lose. Let's call it for what it is. Somebody like that would have way too much money to lose. Now, Queen, I'm not sure. Paul McCartney, there's been rumors said that he did. But look at Paul McCartney in Wings. I mean, Live and Let Die was a great song. Perfect song for that Bond movie. But let's get real. Paul McCartney, I don't really think he can throw his weight around like that. At least I don't think he does. He can. The next one on this tweet is the Stones. Now, I got something to say about this. The Rolling Stones is one of the few bands on the planet that can open for themselves. No question about that. But even the Stones pulled their music off Spotify. If they did, it wouldn't hurt them at all. Because the Rolling Stones are internal. They don't get into politics like that. At least I don't think they have. Unless Keith Richards said something here lately that I totally missed. Then it says, let's see here, say Grohl, okay, Joni Mitchell we talked about, Pearl Jam. Okay, I'm not gonna give it away joke out. But it's these chain tweets, if they're not, I'm positive they're not real. So why even post them? Or it's the old Joseph Goebbels line, keep telling that lie enough where it comes truth. And I'll give Spotify this, as of this tape, and they are holding their line. And I'll give them great respect for that. I really, really do. I think this has nothing to do with this. I think in this situation is that people are scared of people like Joe Rogan. Let me explain. He is very inquisitive. He likes to ask a lot of questions. Now, do I watch his podcast? Yes. But sometimes they drag, and I mean drag. But that's the way his format, it works for him. He'll get way more viewers than any of us on these platforms, and I respect him for that. But it's like, why even, this is straight up cancel culture. No matter what you think it is, it's exactly what it is. Just admit it what it is. And I'll finish up with this. It's what Howard Stern said earlier in the week. Howard Stern wants Rogan gone. And let me tell you something. It has nothing to do with the virus with him. Now with Stern, in full disclosure, I've never been a fan of Howard Stern. I've never been that big shock jock guy. This is not my gig, you know. But he made a lot of money doing it when he worked for WABC, or whatever station he was before he went to XM Satellite Radio. Stern wants Rogan gone for one reason and one reason only. Direct competition. Nothing more, nothing else. That's why he wants him gone. The end. So that's why I don't like doing videos like this, especially when it comes to celebrity sleaze. Especially on the Spotify side, the only other celebrities I know of that came out, at least had concerns over Rogan, was Prince Harry. And I saw that article this morning. I need to remind myself to link that into the description below. But folks, let me know in the comments below. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I missing something? If it is, please give me verifiable proof in the comments below. Well, folks, I'm gonna get off here. I'm trying to enjoy my birthday. Please do all the stuff you're supposed to do. And this is Lance, mind of a BMC.